Alright, hello everybody. I think that I've fixed the volume of being too loud about the game. We'll find out and we will see by the end of this episode. As is. So let's wish it luck for the episode to be heard completely on what I speak. Alright. Some of the Pokemon know us, that are friendly, and they let us pass without no confrontation or battling, and we get to observe them in nature. Or some of the Pokemon are scared and they do not want confrontation at the moment, as they are rehealing, breeding, or migrating. And the final thing, there may not be any Pokemon around while we are traveling through routes. Another Rattata confronts us. And was a baby, she took her advantage of using Scratch instead. And yes, we've caught and gained the attention of the Pokemon en route. As is, there were 3 Rattata together. Critical hit by Blast. Flames cheers him on. Plus, Splendid in Leaf. If you are new, my name is Corey. There is the bubble. Down goes Pidgey. We are now checking this area. Splendid mist. There she goes for the tail whip. As it is, I will be explaining Adventure and explaining the game itself a little bit of what I know. You can press select and move pool priority moves to first slot, second slot, third slot, and final slot. As it is with these slots, it is priority by how the Pokemon will choose if they choose on their own what move they'll pick. Splendid. Already in torrent mode. That Pidgey showing a little bit of toughness, not trying to go down. As it is with this screen, she's on standby. She's watching instead of battling. As a participator battle. It is a Pidgey. Go Blast. Ember. Now during this, Blast, when it uses Ember, it can use it in multiple ways. It can shoot the flames out of its mouth as a Charmander and use its tail to use Ember by showering flames. Or it can catch the Pokemon on fire with its tail. And there is the critical hit. Another one. I know they say feed the hot hand, but I let him take a rest. Wild Rattata appeared. Go Wings. Tackle. It's faster as a baby. Shake off that tail whip and use Tackle. Good hit. It did major damage. It hung on. You've seen how much percentage of the bar went down. There is the Tackle. Wings grew to level 4. But we don't know this, as I will repeat. But there is stats. Go Wings. Tackle. Tackle that other male Pidgey. Tackle. That Pidgey is exhausted. He gets tackled. He goes down. Now, as it was, he wasn't showing that he was in signs of exhaustion. So I kept him battling. I do not know his health during the battle. Now, it's easier with Blast, Splendid, and Leafa because they have abilities of Overgrow, Torrent, and Blast, and Blaze, which show when they're in caution mode. So before exhaustion mode, and it makes it much easier to return them if we need to. Doesn't mean that we will succeed every time. Go Mangs. There is the tackle. Tackle her. And there's a critical hit. Blast cheers on Mangs, including the rest. Mangs grows level. Now, as it is right now, they are babies. They need a specific item when they do grow anyway to gain experience while watching. Unless they're already in battle and get returned. Now, during this, the Pokemon isn't fully completely returned back into the Pokeball unless it has a status effect that will kill it before it can watch the rest of the battle participation. Go Mangs. It's another male. Tail whip him. As it will be, or as it is, you can, whenever you play your game, move faster and travel through, but it is pretty good to recommendly train. Tackle. Says go Leafa. There is the tackle. There is the tackle. Do not forget there are 17 of us. There's Leafa, myself, Spot, and Splenda. So far, in battle. Another Rattata, a baby. Spleefa uses Growl. During this moment, whenever she does use Leech Seed, she wants to see how Leafa can do with Leech Seed. Now, as it is, we don't know about Leech Seed. We know, obviously, Squirtle using Bubble by seeing bubbles. But we call it Bubbles instead of Bubble. Use Bubbles. As it was, it took a second for Leafa to respond whenever she did at first use Leech Seed. Of course, she snuck in the tackle during that moment. Taking down Rattata. She's gonna try to see how Leech Seed works again. It's another baby. As you can see, there is the difference without us knowing how Tackle did its damage compared to Leech Seed regeneration. -3 compared to +1. So the damage is +2. There is the Tackle. Now, we only say that the damage is +2 because Rattata attacked again and it did the same amount of damage. Before feigning. There is the Tackle. The Pidgey did its damage with that Tackle. She is in overgrow mode, and Pidgey avoids. There is the Tackle. Another Rattata appears. Yeah, Spleefa is going for it. She is battling one more time again. Go rings. Tail whip. Tackle. Pidgey 1. I send out Mangs. Mangs sees rings fainted. As it is, Pokemon, they do faint. And you can send out a Pokemon while that Pokemon is fainted before returning it. And of course, as it is, I send out Mangs. He gives Rings attention and affection. She wakes up. And then he is ready. He steps back in the battle position. As it is, that's their first real meeting of each other. Tackle, Mangs. Way to go. And way to go, Rings. Return. Thanks for your help. Tackle. Critical hit. This Pidgey is angry or tough. It lands the critical hit. The other Pidgey that fainted, she cheers him on. And he is doing well as Mangs is exhausted also. And we try tackle, he misses. Wow, impressive. And the male takes him down. And we see the love story from the wild as these two Pidgeys reunite and stand together as they took down both Rattatas. They have a little bit of experience. Tell Blast, growl. As it is, Blast speaks to Mangs and says, "Are you alright?" In communication, Mangs is okay. Mangs gets returned. There is the scratch. As it is, Blast. I didn't return Rings before I ordered Blast to do scratch. Rings still was watching Blast defend doing growl. Mangs. Blast has grown level secretly. Here are stats. Well, Rattata appears. Go Blast. Ember. I talk with them and I say, let's go to higher ground. Spot asks if she can get into a couple more battles here in this area. And we agree. claims the voids. This shakes the confidence of the first two Pidgeys in watching. There is the Ember. She puts them in their place. We'll see if there's another Pidgey. Yes. Never mind. She didn't put them in place. This female steps up. Ember happens. Now, finally, the Pidgeys retreat as a baby Rattata comes forth and is willing to battle. We all decide to go to higher ground. As you can see, these ledges right here prove and explain, as you saw my character on a different episode in the beginning intro, or part two, hop the ledge after speaking to the Pokemon person. So yeah, as it is, that is higher ground. Also, as I can show by Pokédex, there are habitats. Right now we are in grassland. We're Rattata. And there's forest, where Pidgey is. Miniature forest though. Little miniature forest. Or here. As we're walking up through the sectional grass patches. There's Water Edge, and of course that's Squirtle right at this moment. Sea Pokemon, Cave Pokemon, Mountain Pokemon, Rough Terrain Pokemon, Urban Pokemon, and Rare Pokemon. As it is, Mountain Pokemon is Charmander. We are about to talk to this person, but Rattata appears. Go bless. Scratch. Growl at it. Ember. See those ledges along the road? It's a bit scary, but you can jump from them. You can get back to Pallet Town quicker that way. Now as it is, they're just hillsides. And of course, as it is, we can go down the hillside to get to where we need to go. But we cannot go up the hills. We are advised not to go uphill, as it's more dangerous to fall backwards. which, as it is, the ledges, we do get to go uphill through openings like here. But as it is, the ledges prevent that. This is where there's real steep mountain or hillside. But here is sloped, lower hillside that rises up to high hillside. Ember. And down Pidgey goes. We see Rattata evade. Leech Seed. So we find out that Grass Seed gets avoided. We don't know about Leech Seed until Spleefa gets her own Pokédex. Another Rattata. As it goes, she explains that she needs to heal up. But it's too late. There's a critical hit. This male takes down Leafo. Wow. During her way of heading to the Pokémon Center or rushing back home, she lost her money. So, as it is, we have to head back home because Spleefa went down. We went down that hillside. Go Blast. Ember. And there's the critical. We take care of everything that is attacking us. There's the bubble. Alright, we will be getting to the end of this episode, as we will continually do Route 1, and that will be on the next episode. Right, we will be getting into summary part of episode, and as it is, tune into playlist if you like the videos. You can watch the same content at any time that you prefer and feel comfortable to. Alright, see you at summary. Hello there. As it is, we are back to adventuring. There is my flashback when I first arrived at Viridian City, and I was spotted by Team Rocket. Here in Viridian City, I get the Oak's parcel for the professor, which contains empty Pokeballs and actual Pokeballs. As it is, the box is put together like a box of eggs, if they were stacked. With the Pokeballs. The actual Pokeballs are at the bottom, and empty ones are at the top, or the top, the bottom. Alright, as it is, we are going to continue. If you don't know, my name is Corey. It's been pretty interesting as wings, rings, and mangs have gone down. gonna have to see if they still have trust in me. As it is, we are making way up Route 1. We are exploring the grass area as its beginning adventure. And we are figuring out and wondering what type of Pokemon are in the areas. So far, we have seen the same Pokemon. But we're going to look around and see if that would change. Female Pidgey. There is the tackle. Good job, Wings. Keep tackling. We also realized that we have to make it back to the rest center as we protect and guard on our way back the person that fainted or whited out. What a critical hit. We move up higher ground. And as it is, there's valley grassland, lower flatland, and hilly grassland, plus forest. Many forests. Not many. Besides, right here, the National Protected Area. So the Pokemon, they usually can and they will run to the forest for protection. Or migration. Splendid grows level secretly. And Splendid learns withdraw. Splendid is jolly. You will hear me repeat some of the stuff for new viewers. The user withdraws its body in its hard shell, raising its defensive stats. And there is the bubble. And there were stats for flames. Happened a little fast. I suddenly get in a habit of skipping stats, trying to do a venture immediately fast. Go flames. I was cheering her on. Well, as it is, we talked to this person last episode. That person isn't there right at the moment as we left. That person seen the incident that Leafa got taken down. Leafa missed. Now, as it is, the marked person and this person right here. If you don't know, the first person that we passed up is the marked person. Critical hit. And they say Bulbasaur's easy to raise. I'm just teasing. As it is, whenever we went down last episode, I didn't state it or explain it, but the guy says, if there wasn't so many of you, I would let you know that I'm a Pokemon trainer. Protector. And we wonder what a Pokemon trainer protector is. And it is a person that involvably battles wild Pokemon to protect vulnerable trainers. Pokemon Trainer Protector. As it is, they do not battle other trainers because they keep their Pokemon on reserve. HP. Leafa has learned Vine Whip. As it is, Spleefa could have used her potion, but she's naughty, so she thought that she could win. The foe is struck with a slender whip-like vines. First Vine Whip, critical hit. Now as it is, we do not know what Vine Whip is. We do not know what Withdraw is. But our Pokemon do. We end up calling it Vine Hit. Our Pokemon are confused, but they understand. And this is the trial and error of being a trainer. Knowing what you're doing and not. What a void. Now as it is pretty hard for Leafa to really pull off a tackle. Leafa only has her certain speed while she is doing the tackle. And the Pokemon has to be at the right time, least spot, and has to not dodge. Let's go, Wings. There is the Tail Whip. Now, as it is, I talk about that rare Pidgey female that knows Sand Attack. And so far, we're looking to see if we ever find a rare Pokemon like that again. We think that she is rare. Go Rings. Tackle. And it's a critical hit. Wow. Time to show your stuff, Mangs. Do it. Of course, as it is, he sees her down. He's not very happy. Critical hit. Exactly. He was not happy that Rings got taken down. This shocks the other Rattata, and they start to learn, the babies, about sticking together and standing up for each other. They go communicate it with their clans and all that. Right, he's exhausted, actually. Do it, Mangs. Help out Wings. Wings, watch Mangs. Tackle. Baby Pidgey, but still it hangs on. Wings grows level secretly, and during that time he does sand attack. My Pokédex goes off, and then of course it says Wings learned sand attack, or Pidgey learned sand attack. A lot of sand is hurled in the foe's face, reducing its accuracy. Let's go, Mangs. Showtime. Tackle. It's just a baby, but let's take it down. Tackle. He grows confidence and secretly grows level. And this is the effects of him being around certain Pokemon and viewing certain Pokemon battling. His attack has raised an extra stage. Plus his HP. So, we'll go over it. What also we'll be learning. HP is the health that they feel when they are in a group or together with their trainer. So HP will grow if they like who they're with. Attack is how they feel in defending by attacking. And it will grow when they feel confident and they feel protective. Defense is how they feel protected. It will grow when they feel protected, less feeling that they'll faint and such. Special attack, of course, is how they feel when they use magical powers and attacking. Special defense is how they feel in withstanding and feeling protected by magical powers. And speed is their reflex as their interpretation. The more that a Pokemon has interpretation, the more speed it has. Okay? I had to answer my cousin's phone call. Hopefully that's okay. As it is, we are still continuing with Route 1. Searching and checking out this area. While Pidgey appeared. A critical hit. And as it is, they are starting to like these route Pokemon. Some of them do stand out. Splendid avoid. Way to see that avoid. Now I might as well explain it now before we do get to, as it is spoiled, the Pokémon School. We do learn about moves being weak against certain types.
Major damage on the tackle. Leafa got off a good tackle. It was impressive. Now we're about to go to the next area. And as it is, this is the biggest area of them all. Of flat land, grassland, leading to the next town. We got a little bit of mountains with the ledge here. We also learn about landmarking and landmarks. So there's this ledge, so we know that it's a mountain. The trees, we know that it's forest. And the grass, we know that there's grassland. Or rough terrain. But we will know that later. Go Mangs. Tackle. Tail whip it. Way to hang in there. Tackle. He did good enough on his tail whip. He got off that tackle. A female Rattata wants to challenge him. But I call him back. Send out blast. Blast comes out and automatically does growl. And there is Ember. Go Mangs. Tackle. Tackle, you can do it. Oh no, we missed. Wait till avoid. I am pushing him a little bit hard. So we're going to switch out with wings. You can do it, wings. Tackle. I take a break from battling. Leaf is in overgrow mode. As it is, she said use Vine Hit. Down goes Pidgey to flames. We mainly battle while going across this. And also, the professor explains to us what our Pokemon moves are at the lab before we got our Pokédexes. He explains what Pokemon knows what. When we choose our Pokemon Pokeball. We do not get to heal them at the Viridian Pokémon Center yet. Now, as it is, my Pokemon get under evaluation as they have fainted a bit of times, and they only had mom treatment, not Pokemon Center treatment. So my Pokemon get evaluated, and I stay at the Pokemon Center a little longer. I tell Splenda and them to go to the Pokemon March, and they go. As it is, the same attendant or a different attendant is here and gives them the oak parcels. As it is, the professor can only get 4 parcels at a time. And then they come back to heal up. And the guy says, "Say hi to Professor Oak for me too." As it is, there are 17 of us. And we take a lot of space in the Pokémon Center. But the Pokémon Center is filled and ready to accommodate that. Now, as it is, we do go to the Pokémon School, but not yet. No, we do get to go to the Pokémon School. If you didn't know, this is Pokémon School. Now, as it is, it just shows it from its detailed point of view of a desk and chairs and student, and a teacher and a chalkboard and books, plus a plan and map. As it turns out to be, there is a pretty spacious classroom. The classroom has about 30 seats. So there are 15 tables, or 14, it might be 28. But as it is, the teacher, she makes us registerly show her that we have Pokeballs and Pokemon. As is, we do have the parcel for the professor, and we do speak about it. Now, the first reason why we came here is because the stats. And we learn throughout this episode about certain weaknesses and strengths of Pokemon. We learn about side effects of what happens to us when with the Pokemon. That's on prior episode. But it all adds up to episode at Pokémon School. When we visit Pokémon School. As is, they cover each subject every day of the week. Right now, ours is about status problems. The blackboard lists Pokemon status problems during battles. Which topic do you want to read? SLP? A Pokemon can't attack if it's asleep. Pokemon will stay awake even if after battles. Use an awakening to awaken one from sleep. BRN. A burn. Burn reduces attack power. It also causes ongoing HP loss. Burn remains after a battle. Use a burn heal to cure a burn. And of course, as it is, we share on topic about that we've seen our Charmanders land, Ember, and Burn. She says, how do you know about this? As it is, we say that we learn from our Pokédex, but we don't know what the other moves are for Bulbasaur and Squirtle. And of course, as it is, she said we describe what the moves in Pokemon do, and she explains, oh, that is Bubble, and that is Vine Whip. And of course she says, what about Leaf Seed? And she says, no, it's called Leech Seed. Basically. But we're going to go to the next topic, FRZ. Frozen Pokemon becomes helpless and mobile. It stays frozen even after the battle ends. Use an ice heal to thaw out the suffering Pokemon. PAR. Paralysis reduces speed and may prevent the Pokemon from moving. Paralysis remains after battles. Use Paralyze Heal for treatment. Which topic do you want to read? So that is basically what we go over. And of course, as it is, we get here. And as it is, the guy says, wow, now I have my coffee, and that's what I need to get going. Huh? What? Is that a red box you have? Ah, so you're working on your Pokédex. Then let me give you a word of advice. Whenever you catch a Pokemon, the Pokédex automatically updates its data. You don't know how to catch a Pokemon? I suppose I have better show you then. Now, I just explained that I don't, just to be friendly to the old man. Or it's funny that the old man, he still insists that he shows us how to catch Weedle. Now, as it is, Broga, she gets excited while watching this. There now, tell me, that was educational, was it not? And here, take this too. Obtain the Teachy TV. Corey put the TV in the items pocket. There's something you don't understand, watch that. We'll teach you about the basics of being a Pokemon trainer. Well, now I have my coffee and that's what I needed to get going. But I made it too strong, it gave me a headache. Incidentally, you are filling your Pokédex. At first focusing on leaking the Pokemon before trying to catch it. I go shopping in Pewter City occasionally. I have to take the winding trail in Viridian Forest when I go. Now, as is, that ends up happening, and then, I absolutely forbid you from going through here. This is private property. Spleefa tries to go past also with me, and he has a scene and collapses. And he says, one trainer that I know at a time. So we have no choice but to come back. I explained to them that I want to go into the mart to get more Pokeballs. I end up buying 5. And then I look back at the girl and the little boy, as they said this place is good at potions and antidotes. And I say I'll buy a potion and an antidote. Everybody else says and thinks that they're going to do the same thing as me as soon as they get their turn at the mart. Now we are on our way and we're heading back to the professor. Linda, she steps up in front of all of us as this Pidgey male steps forth. But we don't know it's a male because she doesn't have our Pokédex. As it is, she's like a lass in the Pokemon world, for the trainers that know. And she's jolly at it. She likes contests. And that's what she mainly likes. She likes contest more than training even. Splenda. So we know that she likes contest. Now Spleefa, she likes breeding. She's naughty. And Spot, she likes training. Now, these may vary and change, but these are what they are and like to do for occupations. There is the tackle. There is the tail whip. Tackle rings.
There is the critical hit. Alright, we are continuing going through routes. At Pokemon School, we also learn things every day of the week. It will be shown and told at the summary part at the end of the episode, and it will be in the description below. Alright. Rattata comes forth and I step forth. And I say I've got us. Go Rings. Tackle. Whoa, she's fast. She did a great tackle on Rings. So I do retreat her. Come back, Rings. Watch Blast. Do it. Blast steps forward. Ember. Rings has grown level secretly. There is a Rattata. No, Spleefa says Vine Whip. And of course, as it is, our Pokédexes have log of move pool. Just like this. And it shows us just in case if we forget our moves. And also, during our moment of Pokemon School, after Pokemon School is done teaching, we go and explore the routes. As it is, we have parcels, so at the moment, we couldn't go with them.
Bubble by Splendid. As it is, the guys are with us already, so that's gonna pop up again. As is, Spleefa is the last one. She's the naughtiest. Now, I will have more details about what's going on at the lab more, but as it is, they are trying to, and they are making the terrain world, we call it, and it's a man-made Poke universe. And it also is a natural Pokemon universe by some of the Pokemon, like the ice Pokemon and such. But the professor, he asks us to do a favor. He asks us, because right now, they have the center inside where the layer is of the part of the Pokemon lab. They have the center already made. It's called the Lab with 2 B's. The Lab. Just throw a Pokeball at it and it try to catch it. This always won't work, however. A healthy Pokemon can escape. You have to be lucky to make a complete guide on all the Pokemon in the world. That was my dream. But I am too old. I can't get the job done. So I want you to fulfill my dream for me. Get moving, you two. This is a great undertaking in Pokemon history. She's talking to Kaz. He's talking to Kaz and Spot at the second. Kaz and them want to leave. But we want to take a rest. So what ends up happening is that the guys, they end up leaving. And it's just me and the ladies. And during this, the guys haven't used their Pokemon, but the girls have. I hate to say it, but you won't be necessary for this. I know. I'll borrow a time map from my sis. I'll tell her not to lend you one. Haha, spleef haha. Now during this, they just say that they'll tell Daisy not to give us a map. Before I had it that the professor, they were the grandchildren. Which one would you prefer? The grandchildren or normal characters? Either way will be either way how you imagine the adventure during adventure. Grandpa asked you to run an errand? Jeez, that's lazy of him. Here, take this. This will help you. Doesn't hurt to take an extra rest. So when she says Grandpa asked you to run an errand, of course, it still means the same thing. And also, his cousin Samuel and Samsel are both together. Professor Samsel Oak is also involved too. And with him, Professor Elm, and the other professors, they already have constructed the lab, Bubba. Including Professor Charisse, I believe. Professor Charisse saves the day by saving us also. Alright, it is time for episode summary. Please enjoy. If you'd like, or if you want to, you can skip or exit the video as it's quitting. We're quitting Game Boy Play and we're going into summary of episode and adventure. Thank you for watching. Also, quick reminder, tune in the playlist if you haven't, or if you are new, to watch video content of the same from beginning till end. Alright, welcome to Pokemon Summary. Hey there, thanks for tuning in to Adventure. Please tune in to playlist videos to watch all content of the same format, but back to Adventure. During our loop cycle, Giovanni B, original boss, the actual anime Giovanni, and Giovanni A, Antimatter, Alpha, aka, are reacquainting, and they think that we work for Team Rocket. Also, Giovanni B speaks and warns about Blair, my other ancient Charizard, and says that he lost respect from their son the day that he lost to me as a gym leader and as a boss. He advises that he hires grunts, Giovanni A, for the job to keep an eye on us. But Giovanni B says he'll hire the Team Rocket trio to do it. If you do not know about the Team Rocket trio, please tune in to prior episodes. Just let him lead sometimes, he says. I forgot to put that. Okay, says just do it. Just lead him lead sometimes. He says he has the other Giovanni A Team Rocket trio. He has the Giovanni A, yeah, Team Rocket's trio. Stick with him, the antimatter trio, instead of the actual trio, as they make arrangements of breeding and combining with other evil organizations. And oh yeah, Giovanni A worships Team Rocket trio when they do blast off fails. But whenever they really meet and things start to fail. But their regular boss isn't happy with them. Maybe they should trade. Back to us, though. The characters. We learned that stats happen by a Pokemon's growth in our adventure universe. HP. Now that's what happens with the first stat bar. The second stat bar shows the actual stat power. But the first stat bar with its stats show HP, health. Health grows by friendship and rivals with the Pokemon that they know. So when it's +1, +2, or definitely +3 or 4, there are different meanings. So it's how the Pokemon grows, by friendship and rivalry in preparation of health. Attack, how they feel being protective and defending other Pokemon. Make feints. Defense. Defense is how they feel protected together or alone, even. Less feints. Special attack equals the amount of confidence that the Pokemon has in attacking special and in normal. Speed. Speed is the Pokemon's interpretation on growing and learning. Okay? Stats fall in a category called Trust. True real unity stat traits. Okay? We also get to... Now, let me know if this is actually, like, pretty good to be in real Pokemon. Because we can try to work something out. Hopefully. We also get used to protecting by battling along the way if we go forward or even backwards. So we're past stat traits. Now we're talking about scurrying or feigning or blacking out, whiting out. From backwards from a player, whiting out, we are protective mode. We're in protective mode. So whenever you have other trainers with you, which if they do make this game another game, they should have it linked characters. So like when you faint, another character steps into protective mode and battles the Pokemon until you get to safety. Alright. Which is called scurried mode, okay? When a trainer is warning about danger, you're supposed to run in panic. So other trainers can be warned as my mother talks to us about it. When we come back to take a rest during the whiteout, that it's always safe, but there are some Pokemon that you can't run from. Also, some people on routes will guide and protect people, but there are some that will mislead you. During this episode, when we are at the Pokémon Center about to take the parcel, we learn about status conditions. Pokémon School teaches. So, at Pokémon School, on Sundays, we learn the power of friendship. On this day, things get discussed on the value of everything. We're able to discuss what's important to us and what each other means to each other. There's also singing class and praising your favorite Pokemon. It's praise your favorite Pokemon day. Okay, let's see. Pokemon School, yeah. Pokemon School teaches after classes. Oh, after class, we go to routes. To learn interactions, okay? So, Pokemon School teaches. Okay. So, Monday is the power of status. We learn about status effects and strength and weaknesses of Pokemon. Okay. Tuesday, we learn the power of safety. We learn about Pokemon scurrying, Pokemon food, and about item use. We also learn about Pokemon rules, such as listening to police guards, and it's okay if they kindly ask you for a challenge. Wednesday, we learn the power of patience. We learn it's never okay to get jealous of other Pokemon trainers. We learn where Pokemon are located. And about protected and reserved areas, restricted areas. Thursday, we learn the power of giving. We learned that it's always nice to help a trainer in need, including people if you can help. There's Poke Credits, which is the Poke money on our card, your trainer card, and Poke Gold, actual coins. Friday, we learn the power of rest. We learn about taking breaks, how to keep safe in certain terrains, and to prepare for caves, such as they made a Hex Chandler rope scope, which is a force field in Aurora. With Aurora, I have to be careful because I think that is a name. No, it's not. Aurora that teleports escape ropers from their last entry point in the cave. So when you see us use the escape rope, you'll see what happens with the Hex Chandler rope scope. Now, as it is, they build a Hex force field in the entrances of the cave, and they have like hex balls all around the cave. So when you use the rope, the Aurora picks it up and it teleports you. Saturday, we learn the power of pride. We learn about the occupations in the Pokemon world, and we get to ask, what do we want to be? So, as it ends up being, me, I'm a Pokemon research collector. I want to catch every single Pokemon and do research while collecting them. Spot, she wants to be a champion. Splifa, she wants to be a breeder. Splenda wants to be a contester, coordinator. Splite wants to be a Poke Doctor. Sprime wants to be a Poke Magician. Splane wants to be a Poke Photographer. Sif wants to be a Pokemon Concierge. And Sprogo wants to be a Pokemon fashion model. Okay, she wants to be a Pokemon Ranger also. And she wants to also... She wants to be a bird keeper. Now, of course, as it is, she's not going to be able to completely fulfill that goal, only having bird Pokemon. But that ends up being what it is. Now, the guys, they just end up being trainers for now. And when we get to Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, that's when we'll talk about them and their occupations. As long as I remember. And that is summary for part 3. Thank you for tuning in. I want to say one more time that you should tune in to Pokemon Another Beginning Awoken Adventure while it's early.
the playlist as it's a few videos before. All right. Thank you.